How are psychedelics helping people heal, especially 5-MeO-DMT? Let's start with this premise. You are not who you think you are. Sit with that for a minute. You are not who you think you are. Okay? Understand that identity isn't fixed. It's a feedback loop that's made of habits, beliefs, and all the stories that you tell yourself again and again. Essentially, you're shaped by what you do, what you think over and over until it becomes who you believe yourself to be. Right? 60 to 70,000 thoughts a day, the same thoughts that you had yesterday, the same thoughts that you had the day before. Right? So the same thing happens with trauma. All trauma is essentially a stored pattern and a conditioned loop of perception, emotion, and reaction that once was used to keep you safe. It had some utility. And the body learns, like, this is how we survive. But over time, that protection becomes a prison. Now, when we bring conscious awareness to those patterns, consciousness, right? Something changes. The nervous system begins to recognize this is a memory, not a threat. And it's in that moment the brain shifts from the amygdala's survival circuits to the regulatory network of the prefrontal cortex, right? Awareness itself begins to rewire us and how we view what us is. Reactivity softens, regulation grows, old trauma patterns start to integrate. And over time, that awareness restores choice, and choice is freedom. And when people stop fighting their inner experience and start witnessing it, the witness to the experience, I'm noticing that I am, fill in the blanks. They stop reinforcing the trauma pathway. And that's when integration begins, right? That's when peace becomes possible, when they realize that they're not the story. They're what's aware of the story, the witness to the story. And that's when the deep healing begins. And this is the work we do with 5-MeO-DMT and other entheogens. Not chasing a mystical moment, but using the experience and the integration that follows to help people see that they are not their conditioning. They're not the story. They're what's aware of the story, the awareness behind it, the witness. So our facilitation program is built on that truth. We're not just teaching people to serve medicine. That's easy, right? Give me a monkey and a dozen bananas and I could teach it to light a pipe. But how do you help others embody awakening and to live from awareness, not reaction? That's the real work. So if you feel called to this work or to your own deeper healing, this is where it begins. Seeing through the loops that built who you thought you were and remembering what's always been free beneath it all. And that's the witness, the consciousness, the universal consciousness that we are all attached to and part of.